range.
Yeah, filter means,
What
okay,
is
we
the
know that
cutoff?
okay, it has to have some cutoff frequency. Before that or after that, it should stop passing the signal at the output. But if you can see here, it is all pass. So everything is passed. So when you have all pass and there is a filter, it's actually contradictory. Is it not? You're not stopping anything. You're not stopping anything. There is nothing like a pass band, stop band in this filter. It's like having a filter and it's allowing everything. It's allowing everything. But of course, this all pass filter is slightly different in terms of magnitude. So what will happen here is, suppose if you are look at the frequency and the frequency response. Frequency response has got two parameters. One is magnitude, other is phase. Am I correct?
Yes, sir, it will.
Okay, we know that in case of low pass filter, this is what is expected. Correct? This is the magnitude plot. So where you have, so there is a omega naught at which it happens so and so. So this is the magnitude plot. How about the phase plot? The phase plot. So when you are writing the phase, so it is 0 degree initially and it becomes 45 degree at omega naught and becomes minus 90 degree at infinity. So this is
Yes,
phase
sir.
plot. This is phase plot. This
Phase.
is magnitude plot. For each and every frequency response, you are going to have a magnitude plot as well as phase plot.
Yes.
So when it comes to low pass filter, magnitude is passed up to omega naught. Afterwards, it is attenuated. Correct? At a rate of,
Yes, sir.
depending on the order of the filter. If it is first order, it is minus 20 dB per decade. If it is higher orders, the roll-off will be more. Correct? So in
sir.
case of all pass filter, it is said as all pass since the magnitude is constant. See here, this is a magnitude. Magnitude
Yes,
of
sir.
this all pass filter is constant. However, the phase will not be so. Phase will not be so. Phases keep on changing. Phases keep on changing. So when you are having a all pass filter, it is certainly set as all pass because the magnitude is passed with same magnitude across all frequencies.
Yes, sir.
Can you make out the difference between this response and this response?
Yes, sir.
There
There is
was
no attenuation.
there is no attenuation, there is no cutoff frequency like such. So cutoff frequency was one which was deciding up to where it should pass or after where it should pass. That depends on what is the type of filter you're talking about. But in case of all pass, it is purely constant, no change. But if you can see this phase will have, of course, now it has got some omega naught. At that omega naught, there is a specific phase. There is a specific phase. So assume that you want to have, you have a signal, Now, suppose the frequency of this signal is f naught. At that f naught, if you want to have an output signal which is phase shifted, assume that now it has got so and so. So you want to get a waveform which is something like this. Can you see?
Yes,
The
sir.
amplitude of these two are same, but only thing is that the phase it is starting from 0, here it is starting from 90 degree. It can
Yes,
happen this also. It can be something like this also. Can you see here? So this
Yes,
is
sir.
starting here. Now it is 180 degree phase shift. It can be plus or minus. So you can end up with something different also.
Yes,
Suppose if the output is exactly same as this, then it doesn't require any filter.
Yes, sir.
Because output is same as input both in terms of phase as well as magnitude. So
Yes, sir.
here the magnitude remains constant across all frequencies, but you can see phase has changed
Phase
at
is-
this particular frequency. It's at that particular frequency desired amount of phase is changed. So how do we realize that? So we know that the transfer function is given by TFS is equal to what? So general transfer function, it is A1S plus A naught divided by S plus omega naught. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So this was the transfer function what you had it for low pass filter and high pass filters. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So for low pass filter, what was the transfer function? So you had it as A naught by S plus omega naught. Correct?
Yes, sir.
For high pass filter, it was A1S by S plus omega naught.
Omega naught.
Correct? In the other case,
Yes, sir.
you had, okay, it was A1S plus A naught, both were non-zeros and you had like this. Correct?
Yes, sir.
The corresponding poles and zeros were, it was something like this, it was something like this, and it was something like this.
Because
correct?
yes, sir.
Was the 0 coming first? I think the 0 was coming later,
No, sir.
correct?
0 should be better.
So these were the frequency response. So these were the pole zero plots. Now for this all pole filter, the requirement is if you have a pole at minus omega naught, there should be a 0 at plus omega naught.
Okay.
See here?
Yes, sir.
Poles and zeros are on the opposite side of your origin on the S plane, their magnitudes are same. This is omega naught, this is also
Yes,
minus omega naught. So when it is omega naught, suppose if you substitute this as omega naught and this as S plus omega naught, does the magnitude becomes 1 for all frequencies?
1. Yes,
Correct?
sir.
That's why it is called as all pass filter. The requirement is there should be a 0 located on the right hand side. We are not talking about the stability of the system. We are looking at for all frequencies how does the frequency response looks like. The frequency response exactly looks like this. So now let us try to write the transfer function with these positions. So what I'll do is I'll write it as minus a1 s minus omega naught by s plus omega
Yes,
naught.
sir.
You can say I'm intentionally writing it as minus a1. Let us see if it is plus a1 what happens, if it is just positive what happens, if it is so and so. Correct? Suppose if you are asked to write the magnitude of transfer function, is the magnitude is equal to a1 under root of s square plus omega naught square by under root of s square plus omega naught square. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Is the magnitude is equal to a1 irrespective of the frequency?
Yes, sir. It will remain constant.
Is it happen? Will it represent this?
Yes, sir.
Shall we say it is the all pass filter magnitude?
Magnitude.
Will the name all pass? Let me write it as all pass. Does that signify? Will it have some significance?
Yes, sir. It will.
Yeah. So let us see what is the
The phase.
phase plot of it. So let us write the phases of it. So how does the phase goes? So you have this minus term. So for minus term is minus 180 degree. Correct?
That's me.
And then can you see this is it actually minus plus of
minus of.
tan inverse of omega by minus omega naught?
Yes, sir.
For the
Then
pole,
we have to replace
is it minus tan inverse of
tan
omega
inverse.
by omega naught?
Yes, sir.
So since there is a negative term here, so let us not simply write this as negative. So you need to make that correction of minus 180 degree plus of 180 degree minus tan inverse of
Tan.
omega by omega naught minus tan inverse of omega by omega naught. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
does this go with this?
Yes, sir.
So do you have
Minus
phase is
2
equal
times.
to minus 2 into tan inverse of omega by omega naught?
Yes, sir. It is.
This is your phase. How about the magnitude? It is A1.
Yes, sir.
So now you substitute omega and phi. This is 0, some omega naught, some infinity. Is it actually 0 degree, minus 90 degree and minus 180 degree?
Yes, sir.
So if at all if you want to have a phase shift of minus 90 degree at omega naught, you may have to locate the poles so and so.
Yes, sir.
So meaning this is how it happens. This is the magnitude plot which is A1 and the phase plot is this is 0 degree minus 180 degree. If you write the phase of it, will it actually go like this?
Yes, sir. At
Omega naught
will be 90 degree.
minus 90 degree.
Yes, sir.
That's what is there in the textbook. Let me just show you that. 1 second. I should rotate this. Rotate it so many times. Where it is, let me go to filters. One second. Is this fine now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it's fine.
See now? This is
Okay,
minus A1 so and so, and this is a circuit diagram. If you write this circuit diagram, it will have a magnitude of 0.5 throughout. It will not be the same magnitude, but because this will become half. When this becomes half, it is minus 6 dB. And
Yes, sir.
this frequency depends on what is this RNC. What is this RNC? So we shall go to this schematic and then draw a circuit and then try to see. This is one, this is the other one, this is this, and I have to have a capacitor, correct? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's
So
visible.
let me connect them. I think I made a circuit. I'm not finding it. Let me do it again. It won't take too much time. So I'll make this 1K. I'll make this also 1K. I'll make this maybe 10K. Let me make this 0.1 microfarad, and let me connect the source. Where is the source? Let me connect the source here. The source is connected here. Let me have the AC source magnitude 1 done. Let me connect the ground, which is okay, fine. Now as per the circuit diagram here, I have to measure minus here, this is plus. So this minus plus will make it minus A1.
Yes, sir.
If you are making this plus this minus, it will become plus A1, correct?
Yes.
So it is 1-to-1 relation. If you want to get this as negative, then this is minus, that is plus. So we'll just stick to that minus 1. So when I run it, so let me set the command for AC analysis. So decade 100, 10, 100 kilohertz. Okay, I have done. So as per this, okay, what is this your cutoff frequency now? Sorry, the frequency at which you're going to have the phase shift of 90 degree or minus 90 degree. I think it is
1 by
159
2 pi
hertz.
10K into 0.1.
It will be 159 hertz. So let us run this and try to see with respect to this and this. Correct? See now, is the magnitude minus 6 dB.
Yes, sir, exactly, man.
Minus 6 dB is actually half volt per volt. Do 20 log of 0.5. What is 20 log of 0.5? Is it not minus 6 dB?
Yes, sir, minus 6.0.
Okay. Can you see the phase? Let me just track the phase at 159 hertz. Can you see the phase? Is it not 90 degree? Minus 90 degree?
Yes, sir, it is.
That's what is your this said, correct? So at omega naught. So what is omega naught now? It is 1 over RC. F naught is equal to 1 over 2 pi RC, with R is equal to 10K, C is equal to 0.1 microfarad, F naught is equal to 159 point something hertz. At that frequency, you got minus 90 degree, correct?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if it becomes plus, okay, suppose if you are measuring the voltage, suppose
In the
this is my circuit. This is my circuit. So this is now minus plus. So this is how you are measuring. This is R1, R1, RC. Now if you can see here, actually that whatever magnitude you have, flat gain is 0.5. Suppose if you change this R1, these two values are different, then this gain also changes.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you make this different, then it's actually R1 by R1 plus R1. So it is R1 by 2 R1. Suppose if you make R1 R2, it will be R1 by R1 plus R2. So that you can
Voltage
able to get it. It's like a voltage division. Okay, that's it. Okay, maybe we'll just see that. Okay, if I change the polarity of my probe, what I'll do, I'll just delete this I'll just delete this and I'll make this as plus and this as minus. See now, is the phase plus 90 degree now? I'll just do this. Can you see at 59 hertz?
159.
Sorry, 159 hertz. Can you see the phase is plus 90 degree?
Yes, sir, it is.
Exactly. So that's how it changes. Done. This is about
Yes.
all pass filter. All pass
All pass
filter.
filter.
The requirement is, what is the requirement? This is the requirement. I have to exactly place them at same point.
Whole and whole.
Minus omega naught and plus omega naught, they should be mirror image towards the imaginary axis.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So now let us move on to this is 13. 1 second. I just actually miss out the number of pages. This becomes 16 and this is 17. Okay. Now we shall move on to higher order filter, that is second order filter. Let us again write the way how we write it for the first order filter. A general transfer function T of s is given by a2s square plus a1s plus a naught divided by s square plus omega naught by q into s plus omega naught square. So this is a generalized transfer function for a second order filter. Can you see the order of the filter is 2?
Yes, sir, it is.
This omega naught by q is the q factor, sorry, the bandwidth. Not the bandwidth, it's actually the quality factor. Okay. Now, looking at this, so again, depending on the coefficients of a0, a1, a2, whether zeros or non-zeros, we will have different transfer functions. So let us take first transfer function where a0 is non-zero, whereas a1 is equal to a2 is equal to 0. In such case, does this become a0 by a square plus omega naught by q into s plus omega naught square? Is this your transfer function?
Yes, sir.
So when this is your transfer function, can we actually locate the poles now? Are the poles? So
At omega naught by q.
can I write the pole zero plot of this? Is it not omega naught by 2q? Of course, you just take the roots of this. Plus or minus of j omega naught under root of 1 minus 1 over 4q square. Of course, if you do that, you'll get it. I don't want to spend time in getting the pole positions. You just take, okay, like your a square plus bs plus c. These are the roots. Does it mean that you have poles here with magnitude as hypotenuse as omega naught and this as omega naught by 2q? Omega naught by 2q. Done?
Yes, sir.
So now this happens to be the bandwidth of the filter.
Yes, sir.
Q is the quality factor.
Yes, sir.
Quality factor. Of course, bandwidth can also be written as omega 2 minus omega 1. That is, suppose if you have something like this. So this is actually omega 1, omega 2. This we call it as bandwidth. Suppose if you have, of course, in terms of quality factor, if you have a cutoff frequency, omega naught by q happens to be the bandwidth. Omega naught by q happens to be the bandwidth. Now,
Yes.
looking at this, I'm going to have the poles which are always complex conjugate, always complex conjugate for a second order filter. Now,
Yes, sir.
if you actually see the frequency response of this, since it's a low pass filter, why it's a low pass filter? Because you don't have any zero. You don't have any zero.
Yes, sir.
So
Completely.
where are the poles located? The poles are located here. The poles are located on
Yes, sir.
the frequency response of this
On-
will look like this. Will look like, because it's a low pass filter. This is a low pass filter.
Yes, sir.
The difference between the second order low pass filter and the first order low pass filter is the roll off will be minus 40 dB per decade.
Okay, there it was minus 20 dB.
That was minus 20 because you had only one pole. Here you have two poles
Yes, sir.
at complex conjugate position. The slope happens to be minus 20 because each pole will contribute minus 20 dB each.
Yes, sir.
So that's why it is minus 40 dB. More than that, because what is the expected frequency response you are looking at? You are looking at, suppose if this is omega naught, are you actually expecting something like this flatness?
Yes, sir.
Of course,
Yes,
let
sir.
me not write this as my thing. Okay, this is my omega naught. Assume that this is my omega naught.
Yes, sir. 3 dB down.
3 dB down. Now, what is actually expected? You expected something like this. This should be flat throughout this frequency.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Certainly it should.
So it should be
Yes,
there
sir.
something like this over here. Now you have one more parameter which is Q here. As the value of Q changes, the response will change. So response may come like this. See here, the response is coming like this. Ultimately the slope becomes minus 40 dB per decade in the transition
40
band. See now, this
Yes,
is
sir.
one possible response. The other possible response could be something like this.
Yes, sir.
It can be something like this. It can be something like this. This depends on the value of Q,
The quality factor.
quality factor. Let me just show you that in the textbook how it looks like. This is how it is looking. See this?
Yes, sir.
This is how the response will look like. This peak depends on the value of Q.
Yes, sir.
So can you see the DC gain is A naught by omega naught square? How do you get this DC gain as A naught by omega naught square? Let me just go back to this. Suppose if you substitute here, suppose if you substitute S is equal, because S is equal to j omega, that is equal to 0. In such case, does this become 0? Is this 0?
Sir, it will.
Is this also 0?
Sir.
Do you end up with omega naught square?
Yes, sir.
Is the magnitude A naught by omega naught square at DC?
Yes, sir, it is.
So this is what is DC gain. And if you can see this, one, can you see the peak happens at A naught by, it's A naught into Q divided by omega naught square multiplied by 1 minus 1 by 4Q square. See here?
Yes, sir.
This one. So we're not too much worried about, okay, what is this, how did we get this value, but just carefully look at it. So when does this magnitude becomes equal to A naught by omega naught square? Can you see there is a A naught by omega naught square here also, there is a A naught by omega naught square here also.
Yes, sir. When Q is equal to 1.
When Q is equal to 1, will it actually become omega naught by A naught by omega naught square?
No, sir.
Not exactly.
Yes, sir.
It's not exactly at Q is equal to 1. But when Q is equal to 1 over root 2, getting it?
Like, your voice is a bit
Hello.
not clear.
Suppose if the value of Q becomes 1 over root 2, does this magnitude, will it become A naught by omega naught square?
Yes, sir, it will.
Correct?
Yes, sir, it will.
For the value of Q is equal to 1 over root 2. Suppose if you substitute this Q is equal to 1 over root 2, is it actually A naught into 1 over root 2 divided by omega naught square under root of 1 minus 1 over 4 Q square? It will be 1 over 4. Correct? Or 2?
Yes.
2. Correct? Is it actually 1 over Will it actually become A naught by omega naught square if Q is equal to 1 over root 2? It will.
Yes, sir.
So, can you see here? We have conditions depending on the value of Q. There can be some overshoot, there can be some magnitudes which are less than the expected value. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, at Q is equal to 1 over root 2, I will have maximally flat response. I just repeat it. What do you mean by maximally flat response? So this is, this is the expected frequency response, correct? Assume that
Yes,
Q is equal to far less than 1 over root 2.
Yes, sir.
So you will certainly get a frequency response which is something like this.
Yes, sir.
You slightly increase, but it is still less than 1 over root 2. It will become like this. Of course, the slope
Yes,
is
sir.
again 1 over root 2. If the value of Q is far greater than 1 over root 2, what you will have? You will have a response which is flat, but you will have a overshoot.
Yes, sir.
This is unexpected, or this is not wanted. This is
sir.
not a desired one. But when Q is equal to exactly 1 over root 2, you will get this response and you will certainly have this. It is not that it is ideal response. But can you see, over here it was flat, but there is an overshoot for Q greater than 1 over root 2. For Q less than 1 over root 2, what you had? You had this flatness, but it is not maximally flat.
Yes, sir.
The flat is not maximum. It will be to the maximum extent and without overshoot only when Q is equal to 1 over root 2.
Root 2. Yes, sir.
At this point, I'll have maximally flat without overshoot. That's what is called as maximally flat response. So, for a second order filter, Q has to be 1 over root 2 for system to be
Root 2.
maximally flat response, because my intention, I should have a low pass filter which is ideally like this, correct?
Yes.
If the value of Q is less, you will certainly get a low pass filter, but you can see it's nowhere close to this. It's not maximum to a great extent. Here you got it maximum to a great extent, but there is an overshoot. This is also not expected, or this is also not desired. But you look for that Q value where it is 1 over root 2, which gives a maximum response without overshoot, and to the best possible value, it is flat.
Yes, sir.
That is what is Q is equal to 1 over root 2. Now, this is Q fine, but how do you realize that in the circuit? So, the actual circuit to realize a second order low pass filter would be using an op amp, something like this. You have this as your RC network, because we know that one RC is for first order filter. You have second RC. You have one more RC. So this RC, suppose if you just simply put it like this, it will simply become S plus omega 1 and S plus omega 2. Correct? That won't solve our problem of getting, of course, in such case, they actually come like this. I don't want something like this. What I want is, I want poles to be like this. Correct?
Yes, sir.
This is also second order, this is also second order. Why you are looking at this? Okay, suppose you write this type of frequency response, how it will come? Will it come something like this? First, something like this?
It go down and go down. Yes, sir.
Can you see here? This is not a desired thing. What you want is, this should be flat and then minus 40 dB.
Yes, sir.
This is also a second order filter. But you have omega naught only one frequency, but you have omega 1, omega 2.
Yes, sir.
This is not desired, this is what I want. Of course, if you do this, you will get this.
Yes,
if you
sir.
just do this, R1, C1, R2, C2, will certainly get this omega 1 and omega 2. Even if omega R1, R2 and C1, C2 are same, you will certainly have slight difference, because the effective resistance will be different. Correct? So we will
Yes,
end
sir.
up with this. So if you want to get something like this is what I'm supposed to have. So what I'll do is I'll connect it through.
Open.
See now, this is most important. There is a feedback up.
Yes, sir.
This is a low pass filter, second order low pass filter. This second order low pass filter will certainly give a frequency response of what is desired. So let me just quickly make that circuit. If I have it, it's fine. Otherwise, I'll just make it. So instead of searching for it, I don't know whether it is better to aim CD spice wave shaping. I don't know where it is. If I get it, it's fine. Otherwise, okay. This is even same, no? Last year, if I made something so I think it's here. Focus border plots. I don't think so. Let me see. LIC AC lab. No? LMRF. This is not LMRF. This is CSC and EC. Okay, I don't have it. It is there in my laptop. Let me just take next circuit. What all things you need? A resistor, one more resistor,
An op-amp.
a capacitor,
Two capacitors.
a capacitor.
The ground.
Okay, I'll get the ground. Let me go to an op-amp circuit now. Where is op-amp? It's op-amps. Let me take this. I'm just placing it here. Okay, F3. Let me make the connections. Sorry for that. Okay, I didn't. Okay, you will feel that okay how easy or how difficult it is when I'm just making the circuit. Control R. Take one more. F3. Connect it here. This is my gain variation. Okay, let me have a ground. This is done. Okay, let me just minimize this. Where to minimize? Okay. Then one more ground. Ground is required here. Let me take F3 connection from these two. It's actually I just shared that what is that playlist, no? So in that video you have complete explanation of okay, what is the transfer function of this. We actually
Yes, sir.
wrote the transfer function for this one using signal flow graph, which is interesting. Go through that. Okay,
Yes,
one
sir.
more F2. Okay, let me take a source now. This is now again F3 connected to this. Take one more ground. It's connected here. Let me have it as 1K. Have it as 1K. Let me have it as 0.1 microfarad. 0.1 microfarad. Let me have it as 1K. Let me have it as 0.2K. Okay, I have to have sources. Then F2. Okay, voltage source. Let me have here one more here. Then ground. Let me have okay plus VCC and let us make this minus VCC. Let me take this plus VCC and then copy it here. Let me copy this and put it here. Done. This is minus 12. This is 12. Correct? I think we are done with the circuit. Let us apply an AC amplitude 1. Let us do the frequency response. Simulation command, frequency response decade,
decade,
100, 1,
10,
then 10, 100K. Done?
yes.
Okay.
Yes,
What is the gain of the circuit now? Okay, before that, before that, let me just go to this circuit. I'm just copying the things. Okay, what is there in that? This is what the equation would be. I just copied from that one because this is what is the transfer function for that circuit. For that circuit, can you see it is AV by RC whole square, S square plus 3 minus AV so on so. Can you see this is your Q value
yes,
now?
sir.
What is
Yes,
the Q
sir.
value you are looking at? You are looking at a Q value which is 1 over root 2. 1 over root is nothing but 0.707.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you want to have 0.707 is equal to 1 over 3 minus AV. What should be AV to get this as 0.707? Quickly do it. It is 0.707 alpha equals 1 minus 3 minus alpha A. What is A then? Shift can. Is it not 1.56?
Yes, sir. 1.5.
Suppose if AV is equal to 1.2, if AV is equal to 2, is it less than, is it Q is equal to less than 1 over root 2? Is it Q is equal to
Yes.
more than 1 over root 2? Is it Q is
Yes,
equal to root 2 or 1 over root 2?
Yes, sir.
So what we have now is less than 1 over root 2, correct?
Yes, sir.
This is, how much is the gain now? Can you see, since it is non-inverting amplifier, no? Can you see this is non-inverting amplifier? There is a filter and there is an amplifier. Can you see there is, the input is given to non-inverting terminal. Can you see there is a gain of 1 plus 0.2 by 1K?
Yes, sir.
What is the gain of this circuit now? What is the gain of this circuit? This is 1K, no?
Yes, sir.
Is the gain of the circuit is as per that equation. As per that equation, I have it as this is named as R3. This is named as R4. Sorry, this is R3. This is R4. If I just go to this, is the gain is equal to 1 plus 0.2K by 1K?
Yes, sir.
Is the gain is 1.2?
It is.
Is 1.2 less than 1 over root 2 for the value of Q? Correct?
Yes, sir.
What type of response you are looking at? Are you looking at something like this, response 1?
Yes, sir.
Let us go back and see. What is the cutoff frequency you are looking at? You are looking at a cutoff frequency which is at 1 over 2 pi RC. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Since I taken it as 1K and 0.1, you are looking at 1.59 kilohertz.
Yes, sir.
I'll go back to my simulation. I will run it. Okay, I'll take out this. I will see this. Can you see it is having something like this? Okay, forget about this. This is for your because of your op-amp circuit. Can you see it is flat enough?
Yes, sir. It is.
But you can't see maximally flat. You can't see maximally flat. If you want to see maximally flat, you may have to do a
It
sweep.
has to be 1 by root 2.
So, of course, let me just make it for a gain of 2 so that you can see that. Shall I make it 2K?
Yes.
That does the gain becomes 3 now?
Greater than root. Yes, sir.
Okay, now if I run it,
Yeah, I will shoot.
can you see this?
Yes, sir.
There's overshoot.
Yes, sir. There is.
Even if it is slightly greater than, suppose if I make it 1K, what will happen? Does the gain becomes 2?
Yes, sir.
Is that gain of 2, is it more than 1 over root 2 for Q?
Yes, sir. It is.
Will you still have a overshoot?
It will lead, sir.
Can you see there is a slight overshoot?
Slight. Yes, sir.
See, this is the overshoot. What we are talking is this is the overshoot.
No, sir.
This overshoot will not be there if Q is equal to 1 over root 2. That is,
Yes, sir.
AV is equal to 1.586. So how do you make it 1.586? Shall I make this 0.586K?
Yes, sir. We can.
0.586K. Will it become a gain of 1.56?
Yes, sir. Exact one.
Can you see this is flat enough?
Yes, sir.
So instead of doing it one by one, what we can do is we can do a dot step. Sorry, can we do that dot step command? I hope you will remember. Within flower bracket, you write it as R VAR, and then go to edit command. How do you do that? Dot step param, correct? Dot step PARAM param RVAR starting from 200 to
into
200 to maybe, or let us make it as 158, 1.586, no, 586.
Yes, sir.
So 186, let us make it up to 1k,
2000.
up to, okay, maybe 2000 with an increment of how much? With an increment of 100.
I think we can go with 1000 itself.
If you go with 1000, you'll not get that 586. I want to see that 586 also. With an increment of 100, after maybe the fourth iteration, you'll get 586.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is fine. Let me run it. See now?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the beauty of this?
It is, sir.
That may be too much in terms of.
Instead of 2000, we can give 1000.
Let me give a slightly lesser value. Where is that? This, it was 1000 only. Okay, let us make it 10. Even then, I'm going to get close to 9 plots. See here?
Yes.
Can you
Yes,
see the
sir.
flatness? This is for lesser value of key. Is it for 18?
sir.
This is for 186. This is for 286. This is for 386. This is for 486. Can you see this orange one? Which one is it?
That's
Orange?
right, sir.
What color is this?
Pink.
Pink. Okay.
sir.
Pink color is maximally flat.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
This is the first one. This is the first one. That is, what do you know the first one?
186.
186. Oh, I just do this. This is 186, first one. Next it is plus 100, 286, 386, 486, 586. Correct?
Goes on. Yes, sir.
So this pink is maximally flat response. So beyond that, you can see there is slight overshoot happening. Can you see there is a slight overshoot here?
Yes, sir. There
This
is.
is slightly more, this is slightly more, this is slightly more. So the overshoot keep on increasing as the value of Q exceeds 1 over root.
Yes, sir.
Q exceeds 1 over root. That's what is this is. Correct? This will be flat
Yes, sir.
enough, you'll get a maximally flat response when Q is equal to 1 over root 2, which corresponds to a gain of AB is equal to 1.56.
Yes, sir.
So this is, of course, this is how you can able to get this one. Okay, maybe somewhere here I have it. I don't know. Okay, forget. In the videos, you can just have a look at it. Maybe in low pass, second order low pass filter video, just see it in that what is that playlist. Is that fine? So what is the take home now? The take home now is this is your transfer function. This is your transfer function. In general, for a low pass filter, for a second order low pass filter, you have only A0 as a non-zero value. You have this is your transfer function. This is your pole zero location, and so on. So correct?
When the gain is
Yeah.
greater than 1 by root 2.
Yeah, you're going to have maximally flat response only when Q is equal to 1 over root 2, which is maximally flat. For greater than 1 over root 2, you have an overshoot. For less than overshoot, you will not have a maximally flat response. So we shall move on to suppose if you have transfer function is equal to, if you have A1S, suppose if A1 is non-zero, suppose if you make A0 and A2 as 0, 0, you end up with this.
Yes, sir. High pass filter.
What you have is A naught is equal to 0 is equal to A2. How does the pole 0 represent? Will it actually like this?
Yes, sir.
What do you have in the at the origin?
And 0, sir.
A 0 at the origin. What do you mean by 0 at the origin in terms of frequency response?
We'll start with a gain of 20 dB.
You will have a line with a slope of plus 20 dB per decade.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
This is plus 20 dB. And you have two poles at minus omega naught.
Taking minus 40 dB. Yes, sir.
This is omega naught. At this point, there is a slope of minus 40 dB per decade added.
Yes,
So
sir.
to this
There
plus
will be minus
20, if you add this, will it actually become like this?
Yes, sir.
So it is minus 20 dB per decade. At what frequency it happens? It happens at a frequency of
Take that
omega
omega.
naught.
Yes, sir.
This is what is known as band pass filter. There is a band of frequency over which it will allow the signals. Can you see it is increasing and it is reducing here? What do you
Yes,
mean by
sir, it is.
what do you mean by increasing? So at lower frequencies, is the output magnitude lesser?
Yes, sir. It will be.
At the higher frequencies, is the magnitude still lesser?
Yes, sir. It will
Since you are
be.
looking
Only
at
at omega naught.
since you are looking at 3 dB down, this is omega 1, this is omega 2, this I will call it as bandwidth.
Yes, sir.
So because you are looking at 3 dB bandwidth, so this is band pass filter. Any frequencies before omega 1 will have a very less amplitude. After omega 2, it have a very less amplitude. Between omega 1 and omega 2, it has sufficiently good amplitude.
Yes, sir.
So this is, if you have A0 and A2s as 0, 0, you'll end up with this type of frequency response. Sorry, this type of pole 0 plot, and this is your Bode plot. This is band pass filter. Of course, you have different values of Q and all those things, so I'll not go into the details of that. Suppose in the other case, so we actually looked at making only A0 as non-zero and A1 as non-zero. So let us make only A2 as non-zero. So in such case, does the transfer function become,
A2 S square.
will it become A2 S square by S square plus 2, omega naught by Q
By
into S plus omega naught square?
plus omega naught. Yes, sir.
Correct? In such
Start
case,
with minus 40 dB.
do you have a repeated poles at the origin?
Yes, sir. We will have.
Because you have got S square here,
Yes, sir.
repeated poles. Is this fine?
And 2 poles, sir. Yes, sir.
So where they are located? They are located at omega naught by 2Q.
Omega naught.
Omega naught by 2Q, their location. The imaginary part, the real part. The imaginary part is, okay, what is that? J into omega naught under root of 1 minus 1 over 4 Q square. We actually wrote that, this one. This is your imaginary position, this is your real position. So in such case, what is the pole 0 plot? Magnitude plot or the Bode plot?
It will start with plus 40 dB, sir.
The slope is plus 40 dB per decade.
Yes, sir.
Don't say that it starts with plus 40 dB.
Sorry.
The initial slope is plus 40 dB per decade.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then
We have minus 40.
at omega naught, there is an additional slope of minus 40 dB added because of poles at omega naught. I'll say poles at omega naught. So plus 40 dB per decade and plus of minus 40 per decade, does it become 0 dB per decade?
0 dB. Yes, sir.
This is what is high pass filter.
Yes, sir.
Is it not passing signals at higher frequency?
It is, sir.
So that's why this is high pass. This is the pole 0 plot of high pass filter, the frequency response of high pass filter.
Yes, sir.
On the same lines how we did it for this low pass filter, you will have exactly on the same lines for this high pass filter also. Meaning you will have a response something like this, or you can have a response like this, or you can have a maximally flat response. So that again with the value of q is equal to, where is that? I'll just go back and then interchange the poles and zeros or the capacitance based values. In this case, if I interchange them, what I'll do, I'll take out this and take out, and put this here. This will become a second order high pass filter. Save it and run. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Maximally flat response and overshoot responses here. Suppose you run for larger Q value, it will be overshoot. So what you can do is you can slightly extend this, sorry, not this one. This you make it up to 1500. You'll get that. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
This is what you can able to. This is what is high pass filter. Again, Q is equal to 1 over root 2 will give you the maximum flat response. This is for the value of Q is equal to more than 1 over root 2, you will have
1 over root.
a overshoot. This is for less than 1 over root 2, it will have a not maximally flat response.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That's
Yes, sir.
it. I thought of doing it for the day. Of course, watch those playlist videos, the detailed derivation of all these expressions that whatever I said is there. So, if you're interested, just go through that. I don't know if the exams are there or not. It will be just for your fun. Read all those things, derive it. You'll have you will have pleasure in just seeing all those circuit as per your equations working out. Okay, then thank you so much.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, what actually makes that when the overshoot happens, what happens to the system accordingly?
Nothing. No. What do you mean by overshoot here is, where is that? Let me go to this. What do you mean by overshoot here? Because the frequency response says that you will going to have a magnitude which is constant, because this is a magnitude plot, no?
Yes, sir.
At this particular frequency, you will have the output voltage more than at high frequency.
Yes, sir.
Is it not? But what does the filter says? Filter says that the magnitude should be constant throughout.
Yes, sir.
Because the gain is, there is a value of Q which is more than 1 over root 2, it results in an overshoot. Because what happens there is, whenever you are just tuning some station, suppose if the amplitude suddenly increases, it's due to what? It's due to something like this type of response.
Yes, sir.
Now,
A peak in that point.
there is a immediate high value happening here. This is not a desired one. For a high pass filter or for a low pass filter, what is expected? You expected something like this. So let me just again go back to this. So what is expected is this blue one.
Yes, sir.
What you will get is this if the value of Q is far less than 1 over root 2.
Yes, sir.
If the value of Q is far greater than 1 over root 2, you will get this overshoot. But is it closer to the ideal value, ideal position, ideal shape?
Yes, sir.
Which is closer to the ideal shape? This is closer. This is not flat to the ideal extent, but it is maximally flat.
Yes, sir.
So that's why we call it as maximally flat. I will not say this is 100% perfectly flat. See here,
yes,
this is flat, but it has got an overshoot. So if you just go back here and see it is flat enough. It is flat enough here, but you got an overshoot.
Yes, sir.
This is not desired. But what I want is maximally flat response. When I say maximally flat response, there is no overshoot. There should not be any overshoot.
Yes, sir.
So that's what you are looking at. Now, if you see for this, let me just look at this one. Here, suppose if you move this 30 dB down, okay, not this one, this. Can you see at 3 dB down it is Okay, let me note. What is the magnitude here? Can you see this is it 3.9 dBs at this
Yes,
point?
sir. It is. Yes, sir.
So what is minus 3 of that? Is it 0.96?
Yes,
Am I
sir.
looking at 0.96 dB? Shall I look at 0.96 dB? Somewhere here. See?
Yes, sir.
What is the frequency? 1.59.
1.58.
Suppose if you look, this is, I just looked into pink one, because pink one corresponds to 1.56 as the gain.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Suppose if you see for this pink one, where the gain is too much, can you see there is an overshoot happening? Even though it is
Yes, sir.
flat, but it is an overshoot.
Yes, sir.
If you look for the other one, can you see, is the flatness on here itself for the green one?
Yes, sir.
In the green one, can you see it is only till this point it is flatter? Can you see afterwards it is keep on reducing already?
Yes, sir. It is.
Meaning, is it something like this? Is it something like this here? This one?
Yes, sir.
What you're looking at is this blue one ideal, but you're getting this this response which is closer to the blue one. Maximum closer. This is also closer, but you have an overshoot. I don't want that. This is also close to that, but it is reducing sooner.
Yes, sir.
So
I
that's-
want it to be ideally reduced.
Uh-uh.
I want it to reduce as
Close.
as closer to the ideal.
It should be flat enough till that omega naught. Ideally.
Yes, sir.
But where it is coming to the maximum closest, that is called as maximally flat response.
Got it.
Okay.